Hoos, now that Amendment 2 has failed, activists on both sides of the abortion issue are trying to figure out what's next.
And the amendment would have changed Kentucky's constitution to say there is no right to an abortion in Kentucky. WLKY's Mark Vanderhoff explains why that matters in a major lawsuit challenging Kentucky's abortion ban.
Next week, Kentucky's Supreme Court will hear oral arguments on whether or not to temporarily block Kentucky's abortion ban while it works its way through the courts. And the justices explicitly said that they were waiting to have that hearing until after the vote on Amendment 2. After all the rallies and millions of dollars spent, Amendment 2 was defeated by voters on Tuesday.
I believe that the people of Kentucky have spoken and they have pushed back on extreme abortion restrictions.
Jackie McGranahan is a policy strategist for the ACLU of Kentucky. They represent Kentucky's abortion clinics in a lawsuit challenging Kentucky's abortion ban.
We are very lucky that the privacy protections outlined in our Kentucky Constitution have remained intact. So we are very hopeful that things will turn out in a positive direction.
Sam Markison, a U of L law professor, says the Amendment 2 vote had a profound effect on the abortion ban lawsuit.
If Amendment 2 had passed, the lawsuit would essentially be over because it would establish that the claims that the ACLU is bringing, that there is a right to choose recognized in the Kentucky Constitution, Amendment 2 would have said, no, there isn't.
Now, Markison says that interpretation is up to Kentucky's Supreme Court. Adia Wuchner headed up Yes for Life, the group advocating for Amendment 2.
I want to say thank you to the people of Kentucky who went out and voted yes, who went out to affirm and vote yes for life.
She hopes the vote will have no bearing on the Supreme Court's decision.
We will see what type of Supreme Court we have in Kentucky. A populist Supreme Court or a Supreme Court that rules based on the Constitution.
Now, regardless of whether or not the Kentucky Supreme Court temporarily blocks the abortion ban, the original case will have to come back here to Jefferson Circuit Court. Of course, it will probably eventually work its way back to the Supreme Court for a final decision. Mark Vanderhoff, WLKY News.
Thank you, Mark. And today, Attorney General Daniel Cameron's office filed a motion urging the Supreme Court not to consider the Amendment 2 vote in its deliberations. A statement from his office read in part, "We urge the court to interpret our Constitution based on its original meaning, and we look forward to presenting our case on November 15th.